Welcome to the Crypto Cafe. I'm your host, Virginia Reyna. And with me is Stef C. And we'll be talking about all things crypto. Hey everyone, I am so excited to be back here. We have a new year, a new season. I have my new co-host, Stef.
Yes!
Woo!
I'm here.
Yeah, and so for those of you guys that don't know, Stef was actually our producer for the last season.
Yeah.
And we actually filmed together. We were hosts together,
Oh, it's got to be
back in
like
the day?
6 years ago.
Yeah.
We did some stuff together. It's so good to be back.
It is.
I'm really excited.
So our show basically features women talking with innovators in the space. So we've had anybody from Mike Bisping to Mike Jones, kind of all over the place. When we hear about bit minutes, you know, it's such an easy concept that we don't even really think about here, but over there, it helps everyone.
Minutes themselves.
And taking out loans against it, it's like
they're a big core for us just because that is the ability to take your minutes and do something more with it. Become a micro lender within your little local community. That's such a simple but powerful thing.
We also highlight exciting ways crypto is already being used in the real world. When we heard the Dodgers were giving away the first ever digital bobblehead, we knew we wanted to be part of the experience. And then Randy Saff, CEO of Lucid Site, came in and talked with us about their partnership with the Dodgers.
The Dodgers they're also a very forward-thinking team. They took a real interest, and we're a Los Angeles-based company, so we went and met with them. And they were all about this, grand experiment of what does a digital collectible look like for a next generation of baseball fans.
But we also want to make it where it's relatable to everybody. So it's how is your project going to affect my kids? How is it going to affect my grandma? Why do people that don't know about blockchain, why do they need to know about it? And so that's kind of what we want to break down.
Yeah. Awesome. And again, to add to what you said something on the panel yesterday, which I thought was awesome. It was a lot of people you don't have to have a lot of knowledge to want to get in the space, but the want to know, I think, is enough.
The great thing about Bitcoin is that the blockchain keeps a perfect record.
Right.
So if you're a criminal, you should use political cash. You should not use Bitcoin because sure, they can do something nefarious and get the Bitcoin, but then that block is tagged.
Yeah.
So they're going to get you. Yeah. And whereas they wouldn't with cash. So if you want to go life of criminal, then
Why are you
can.
Looking at me? Do I look like the criminal up here? What's happening? What are you trying to say over here?
I don't know. There was some. Yeah, we are kind of friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least we were until I started that thing.
No, I'm still good.
Okay,
still
good.
Happening again.
Okay, good.
I'm just kidding.
That's true. I didn't look at you. I did
didn't.
look at you.
You looked at me.
Interesting. There may be
Great.
a vibe you're giving off here.
Yeah.
You're really young. How did you get into IRAs? Because I feel like that's something that you
that's
don't
for
think
old
about.
guys, right?
Yeah, you don't think about that at our age.
Well, I know.
What are you talking about?
You're like, who does that?
I genuinely think we have a retirement crisis on our hands in this country, and I kind of watched it just as growing up because I'm in that middle generation. I was born in '85, so I'm not quite a millennial, even though they call me one. But I'm not also a Gen X or obviously not a baby boomer. And so what I found was
like one.
We really like to vet the projects people are working on because, we have this thing, blockchain or bullshit, and it's okay, if it's
That's my idea. And you didn't like it in the beginning.
but we don't want the bullshit on our show. We want the good projects, and so if you have a really good project, you might get to be on our show. We also go out and see what exactly blockchain projects are trying to accomplish, from saving the bees to self-driving cars. It is definitely infiltrating every industry.
And away we go!
Just like that, we are moving.
I feel like this is a whole new definition of backseat driver.
For sure.
I mean, I want this car.
It's pretty nice, I will say. How would you feel about having your mom ride something like this, or grooming my kids? You feel like you're pretty safe?
I mean, I do feel safe. The big red button that we can push in case something happens is great.
I feel really safe. I do.
I feel like we've been very lucky to be navigating through this space with a lot of people being like, hey, talk to these people, talk to these people, talk to these people. And I feel like we've started to find, a really safe place in this community to just bring the fun.
We also add in a little bit of daily crypto news. A California-based cybersecurity firm recently warned about a supposed Fortnite cheat that in fact contained malware designed to steal cryptocurrency login details, including private keys. Now, the first thing to point out is that this is another reason to take seriously things like segregating your cryptocurrency wallets from your general browser and probably storing any significant amount of cryptocurrency in a cold or offline wallet. But the other point that I want to make today is this: cheaters never win. Which leads me to my question of the day. Come on, man, why do you need a cheat code for Fortnite? I mean, really, where's the fun in that?
So everybody definitely is really supportive of our show, and they really wanted to succeed.
How can we
Well,
get,
I was going to say, if you need
Yeah.
anybody to
You
come on a road
can.
show,
Yeah,
I'm definitely coming to
that's-
Africa.
You guys are in officially.
Yes.
Officially
Come on,
in.
Pinky.
I know. Pinky
Yes!
Roadshow Africa 2019.
So any other questions?
Thank
Few
you
takes there.
so much, Cuz, for coming in and
Absolutely, it's a
talking
pleasure
with us.
having
Yeah,
you,
thank
being
you.
here again.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Do I leave?
No.
No.